That stuff has just changed since I came home from the hospital. Everything has just been completely different, but I haven't really said how or why or what's changed. So I'm going to address that today. Hi guys, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me today. Today's video, I'm just going to be talking a little bit about mobility aids and kind of filling in the gaps a little bit with the hospital stuff, hopefully. So I know I have said so many times in my videos, and I haven't elaborated on it just because I haven't been able to find the right words to do this video, to be honest. I keep saying that stuff has just changed since I came home from the hospital. Everything has just been completely different, but I haven't really said how or why or what's changed. So I'm going to address that today. So coming home from the hospital, like I have said so many times, it has been so difficult, and I don't fully understand why. Like, the why is still up in the air in my opinion. So I've been dealing with a lot of weakness, intense fatigue, and I've come into a lot of difficulties with walking. And I had a walker on hand when I went into the hospital, but it was something that I didn't use that often. I would use it, I don't know, once in a blue moon, maybe once a month, if that. And usually if I was using it, it was later in the day, you know, really fatigue. Not much using it, honestly. And then I would just use electric scooters in the store just to play it on the safe side, you know, with pots and everything. I do frequently fall. So just to play it on the safe side going into stores, I would usually use that if we were going to be in there for a while. Now though, I'm trying to adapt to this. I need to have a walking device, a mobility aid every time I get up now, it's just been mentally an adjustment, honestly, for me, because I'm not used to doing it. I'm not used to having to use something. It does come off a little bit awkward at times because, you know, people have seen you walking around and now all of a sudden you have a cane or a walker. And for me, in this season of life, I am bouncing back and forth between the cane and the walker. There's no way for me to just use one or the other. Some days call for one, other days call for the other one. I do have a list of criteria that I'm supposed to follow, like if you have A, B, and C, that you need to be using the walker or the cane, and it goes by severity. If, you know, it's extreme weakness or extreme numbness in my legs and stuff, I'm supposed to be using the walker. I do cheat quite often, honestly. Sometimes I use the cane, not because it's a better day, which my physical therapist does know. I use the cane sometimes because it's smaller and I feel it's easier for me to get into tight spaces. That is not a reason to be using one or the other, which I know it's just, like I said, it's really hard to adjust, and it's also been adjusting to asking for a lot more help than I'm used to or than I really want, because I need a lot more help now. It's been really hard to walk on my own, and I realize that every time I forget one or the other, because, you know, you get up and go, not to be defiant, but just because that's what you've done for 20-something years. Just get up and go, and you forget them, and then halfway to wherever I'm going, I'm pretty wobbly and thinking, yeah, this probably would have been easier if I had one of them. I'm not sure if I mentioned that I have been having home PT. If you know the answer to that, feel free to drop that in the comments if I have mentioned it, because I cannot remember for the life of me if I did or not. I had gotten 6 home PT sessions approved by my insurance company, which was great. They approved it really fast, which was awesome. Came home from the hospital Monday, and Monday night I got a phone call that I was approved for home PT. So the hospital was really on top of that. They ordered it because apparently I have a lot of weakness in my legs, which I was unaware of, and I think the weakness honestly has gotten much worse since coming home from the hospital. I didn't struggle this much to do daily activities when I went into the hospital. So why stuff has progressed so quickly is kind of what I'm wondering, honestly. And that's what I'm having a hard time coming to terms with. For me personally, it's just that everything has changed so drastically fast, and like my whole routine now is like in shambles. Like it's just completely crashed my routine. I can't like go outside like with Abby and just take a normal walk around the house. It's not possible for me right now. Like if I need to walk outside, it takes a lot of focus, honestly, a lot of effort, and I need my cane. So I'm hoping to soon get back to going out with Abby on normal walks, but we'll see. Like I was saying though, I got approved for 6 home PT sessions, and I have completed my 6 home PT sessions. And honestly, physical therapy said until I can get a little bit stronger or that my pain is a little bit more under control, there's nothing else that home PT can do for me, or PT in general, honestly. Going to a facility was not an option because the closest facility to where I live asked me not to come back because they were afraid of hurting me. At the time, I wasn't diagnosed. And you know, with dislocations and other stuff and reactions and all of the chronic illness stuff, they just weren't comfortable with not knowing enough about my health, and they just didn't want to make me worse, which I respect. And I think it was a smart move on their part because it is a very, very small facility. And they don't really have probably a ton to offer anymore because I've done PT so many times. So that's where we are with home PT too, is that I've exhausted all of my options, which it's kind of shocking, I would say, when I heard that, because I kind of had the mindset of, okay, we have 6 sessions. Everybody told me once you do your 6, let us know and we can approve more. So I just kind of had the mindset that there was more work to be done, I guess, with PT, and that there was other stuff that we had to do or that was possible for us to try, but that wasn't the case. So we just mainly worked on strengthening my legs some, because the goal at the moment is to make my legs stronger so that we have less falls. So that's where we are with that at the moment. And like I said, I'm just adjusting to all of the mobility aids, and I guess I'm gonna like just show you guys what I'm working with at the moment. I have my cane over here, of course. So it's my cane. I'll put also a picture around here somewhere if I can figure out how. This cane though is really nice because well, first of all, it's pink, which is always great, but it also folds up, which is awesome, because the thought is if I were to be walking on my own without the cane, I could have this in my purse, is the thought from my physical therapist, and then just pull it out if I need it. So that's why he wanted a folding one, which is nice. It also has these 3 legs, which he said is really good for outside and stuff like that. So yeah, that's my cane. And actually, once I got a real lesson, by the way, on how to use this, it made it a lot easier, because I was really, really confused, honestly. They tried to have me use a cane when I was like 12. I did not understand what I was supposed to be doing with the cane, honestly. And after the lesson this time, I mean, I still get confused at times. Is that because I overthink it? But having the lesson made a huge difference. Like, now I can use the cane and it's actually helpful. Before it was never helpful. So now it is, which is great. So for anybody wondering, the cane is supposed to be on your dominant side, and then it needs to, like, you put it forward with your non-dominant side. So for me, I have it on the right, and then like I move the cane when I move my left leg. So that was really confusing for me. So this is my upstairs walker. Don't mind the mess in the background. I suppose it's called Drive, maybe? That's what the label says. I'm not really sure if that's the brand or not. This is the type of walker I was using in the hospital. And this is the one that they had sent me home with. I really love it. I mean, it doesn't have a ton of features, obviously, but it works super well. And it's just really great to have it with me. Don't mind the big mess from breakfast today from Abby. So like I said, I have 2 walkers, one on each floor, so that when I'm not steady on my feet, I have options and I'm not limited to one floor if somebody's not here to carry a walker from downstairs to upstairs, vice versa for me. So, which is super helpful. So I just figured that I would mention that I will show you guys the other walker that I have downstairs because it is very different than the one that I just showed you. My other one is a rollator, and somebody had gifted it to me very, very generously because those things are quite expensive. They had an extra or somebody didn't need it, so they asked if I had a rollator, would I use it? So, which the answer obviously is yes. So that one's downstairs, and there's just a pretty big mess downstairs at the moment because my family is painting the first floor. So we will do that another day when I remember to do it. So that's really it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit the thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe and possibly share this video. I hope you guys have a fantastic week and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye!